Today I got for you another replay review. We are on McGinnis once again, trying out this tank Guinness style. It is a tank spirit hybrid. So we do spirit damage, we tank up, and we just survive forever and heal everybody and do lots of damage. That's the whole plan for this build. Coming into this game, looking at our lane, we have Infernus Abrams versus Hayes Guinness. It's a fairly equal lane, I would say. Depending how we play. Oh, he did the little mid trick. That's nice. Depending how we play, we could beat them for sure in this lane. I think our pressure is quite good. For them, I think they should be contesting this bridge because they actually have quite a bit of damage or trade potential here. So maybe they could contest us, I don't know. Unfortunate wall there. Hayes was on the other side of the wall, so it didn't really do much, but they have conceded bridge to us, and we're enjoying the benefits of that. Burns is playing really far back, but Abrams is pushing up. Maybe I could have harassed Abrams a little more there. He was a bit out of position, but I was more focused on troopers. That's kind of the name of the game. They actually, in this lane, don't spend a lot of time. That's another unfortunate wall. They don't spend a lot of time hitting troopers, so we get a lot of pressure just from doing that. Going to help Hayes, but turns out she doesn't need it. Boxes have spawned, small campus spawns. We bought our first item, which is almost always monster rounds. I gotta get better at parrying. That is one of my weak spots is parrying. Now, when Curtis is low, I try to pressure up here. I do not think about the Abrams charge. I think I would have been fine, but that Abrams charge pulled me back into tower, and I had used all my stamina. So quite an ambitious parry, I think. Even though Infernus was poked out, there was another player in the lane. Not too bad though. I'm coming back fresh. Infernus is still pretty poked out. We didn't quite get the kill on this. Again, kind of the Abrams rescuing him. A little army of parrots there. Protect us. Abrams can't really go on us that hard with the parrots there, so Hayes is coming back. Just trying not to kill any creeps. Leave the troopers alive. Save the fun for Hayes. Hayes is one of the heroes that needs it. Hayes is being a little aggro here. I am like less than half. I'm not ready to push up, and I'm buying. And she ends up dying for it. So a little miscommunication there. I don't remember if there are any comms, but I don't think there were. But we have Arcane Surge now. Monster Rounds Arcane Surge. Stabilizes pretty much any lane. Look how much healing I'm getting from it. Just lasts forever. It heals for so much. This is another lane where we can't really apply too much pressure. The Abrams and Furnace make it hard to like pressure tower at all, because they can just dash the tower and clear troopers. So for that reason, we're gonna go more for sustain. We're gonna get that level 2 on heal, get that cooldown, I think. We have just in time picked up reactive barrier, so we get to live there. Otherwise would have been very close. I get some value off the ults as well. I don't really want to go in there. The guy is ready to stun and punch me, so I'm just here to get him off my Hayes. Hayes is regenning in base. Coming back. So far, I think I should have gotten more boxes. That's what I'm thinking. Because we actually didn't accomplish much so far. It's felt like a busy lane, but really, yeah, reactive is nice here. Just makes the Abrams a non-factor. Like, I don't even care that he stuns me anymore. Yeah, I'm not ready to go into a Veil against an Abrams. But I will trap one. Unfortunately, I was out of gun ammo, otherwise he would have probably died actually, looking at his health. But we care more about the troopers here. Try to get the heal down. I think if he pressed me, he could have killed me there for sure. I was out of stamina and not really ready to fight. So, out of position for me. It's okay, didn't punish. I got away with it. Okay, I see, I saw the Abrams here going for that punch, but unfortunately I am low health and I cannot contest. So I got some poke off, but didn't really work out. Trying to clear wave here. I know now that there's 3 in the area. Oh, let's put on my map. Haze is mega dead here. I try to help out with a heal, but I see the Abrams, I see the Mo, I see the Infernus. A little awkward pathing here, but yeah, we can see the tower. We learned our lesson from last game. If there's 3, just concede the tower. No use in it dying, or you dying as well as the tower. But they rotated out, so we clear lane. We actually, small, map awareness lapse for me. It seemed pretty obvious to me to push tower there, because we saw them in the other lanes that they rotated to. But Haze was instead farming, which I think is fine. If we had both gone on that Infernus, though, he was dead for sure. And we could have taken tower, but that's okay. Going kinetic dash this game pretty early, just because I didn't have the best start, and it gives quite a bit of weapon damage. We can take our Guardian pretty fast, given the opportunity. I do expect the Infernus to still be here, and yes he is, so we just look for camps instead. The Haze is also farming camps though, so I'm not going to go much further left. Just this, what is that, like a medium small camp? Technically a medium camp. But we're going to sit mid until that Guardian is gone. We have now Heroic Aura, which is really nice, healing up the Haze. Want to clear one more time, then maybe go by, depending on if we see the Infernus somewhere. There he is. I'm trying to get this Haze to fight this Infernus with me, because he has been solo defending this whole time. There we go. Let's just zone him out. There we go, we get the tower. That's what we came for. Get some damage off, make him go after base for sure. I don't think he has any regen. Extra regen, a little bit. We get a heroic. That guy didn't notice me. Thank you. We have the last remaining Guardian and Flex slot over on the left, so we join. We join the brawl. Get a nice wall here. Again, gotta get better at melees, because that Vindicta is like dead immediately if I parry there. Gotta get better at parries. Reactive doing some work. Like, that entire combo took like 50 health for me. As a reactive. Such a nice item. We're gonna take the flank here. That is one thing I've noticed. It's nice to drop heal on creep wave, but taking the flank also forces them to split their attention. Here we go. Melee punch, punch. That's how you take your Guardian right there. We sacrificed right Walker for that, but mid is being pushed by the 7. Good on the 7 for recognizing that. Overall, I'm pretty happy with my teammates. Lane partner was decent enough, and team seems to be okay at macro at least. Ideally, Earn actually is a decent play here. However, pubs are a bit riskier to play Earn for, so I think we go for the pick here. End up trading on. The ult here was not very good. Yeah, you usually don't want to ult when somebody's like sitting right next to you. That was a terrible ult. I think I was panicking. Small panic moment there, and maybe overstaying. We got that pick, but it turned into a trade, which turned into like a losing team fight. So, probably not good. I was kind of indecisive here. I was like, oh, there's no way that Abrams gets the tower. Like, he doesn't even have wave. But then, yeah. Maybe I could have gone and helped that. We lost Walker for that, unfortunately. Yeah, I think he was like, he's probably meleeing a Walker, I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of a broken strategy at the moment. I see he TP'd over here. I'm not too keen on fighting him. That is an 18k Abrams. We are learning to respect the raid bosses in the lobby. And, yeah, there's not much use in trying to pick that fight. We are more concerned about hitting our timings here. We got our next Rapid. Heroic Rapid, pretty good. We don't have the level in turrets, so we decided to level heal max this game, which has advantages and disadvantages. Our DPS timing is delayed, but we do have more sustain, And it usually helps in like pushing and stuff like that, like keeping the wave alive. So we are here to apply pressure on the right side, basically just watching to see who shows up to lane and getting an idea of who's on the side of the map. I am a bit out of position here. If they had somebody in jungle to collapse on me, I probably would be dead here. So I realized that a little late. We dragged wave back a bit so I feel more safe. We have some escape routes here, especially if the Infernus flame dashes, we can jump onto that bridge. We're gonna clean up some farm before we bounce lanes here. We don't have a lot over here though, so maybe we box this after. Also a bit risky. I don't have max turrets, so standing in this position is actually a little riskier than it normally would be, because if I had max turrets, I could probably win a fight against the Infernus. Fortunately, he kind of messes up his ult there, and I was able to get out. But yeah, that was a risk that I did not need to take. I was out of position there too. I didn't really gain anything from that besides more CD, more abilities on cooldown. But he used ult now, so I feel a little safer. Now I feel a little safer that he used ult. We're still gonna play relatively safe, but we see a fight breaking out on left. We need to apply some pressure, and we actually see Infernus on the left side now. And yeah, now's the time to push, because the person that was previously tending to this lane is gone, and especially in pubs, that's not typically communicated. So usually that means the link has been dropped. But we get it. We do some dancing while they take us out. We are mighty stacked. We landed our tempo timing. We have tempo, heroic, and rapid. That's one of our biggest timings. We do a lot of damage now. Overall, I think that was a fine trade. We dragged 2 to the right side, and we got a walker. And that solo souls for the walker propelled us forward. In net worth. So we end up dropping the urn, but they dropped their walker. So I think slightly better trade in their favor, but it's not that big a deal. Yeah, and still not ready to fight the Abrams. He is 7k ahead. There's a whole T4 item ahead of me. So only with help and only if he pressures here. We don't really want to look for that kill most of the time. Mirage is 19k, otherwise maybe we would have approached it differently. Some weird fighting happening over in mid. I don't think that Bebop should be there, but he was. Looking at some pressure. All their towers are gone. The best we can get is a pair of base guardians. We're kind of like poking for a fight here. This is not the best, like the most hygienic macro, but there's really nothing else to do. And we are actually behind in souls, yeah. I don't know. Typical pub things. You can see our turrets putting in some work there. Looking for another kill. That's 2 kills. Now's the time to mid. Let's see if we do it. Ooh, no, there's actually a fight happening underground that we're getting distracted by. I didn't think they would need my help, but then people started dying. I'm gonna finish clearing this wave. And there's some people up here now. What is this mayhem happening beneath me? I think I could have played that better. I wasn't really helping out. And I have a heal on me. Pretty good heal. So maybe I should have ignored the lane and tried to help out there. That being said, we do have a walker in that lane, and if I ignored lane, it might be that they take the walker. So tried to help out with the wall. Trying to body block for the haze a bit. Make sure that she can't be shot. I don't really feel like fighting right now, though. It's kind of more of a disengage. Buffs and urns spawning in 1 minute. Maybe we prepare for that. Farm on the map is looking pretty sparse. So, there's not a whole lot to do. Maybe look for a fight, but usually you want to be fighting around objectives. Just randomly looking for fights isn't really worth it. We see them on middle left. Let's get this lane pushed out a bit. Make sure it's going towards their base instead of ours. I think I got this wall off pretty nicely, but can't see it. I've got a really nice spot set up. If anybody would love to just run into it, that'd be awesome. That is the problem with McGinnis. Now, if Seven, for example, had run to that heal when he was getting gone on, there's a very good chance he survives and we kill all of them, because I had 3 turrets down. and would have done a lot, but that's the problem with pubs. Sometimes your teammates don't stand in your heel. The goal here is mid. There's 2 dead. No Abrams ult, but there is an Infernus ult, so they could contest. Melting it pretty fast with tempo.
The rejuvenator is descending.
Doing some damage off. We missed the timing there, unfortunately. Another opportunity where we could have carried. We have a lot of turrets down. Kind of just sitting in our little nest here. Now this is an example of a fight that McGinnis is not very good at, because it just meanders all over the place. I don't have a lot of CDs left. I have heal. I'm looking for time to place heal on this Yamato, but I can't really find it, so I just stick it down. Now, if only they'd fight near me here. It would be such a good fight. I tried to bait him over here. I think I would have killed him if the Infernus wasn't here. I also would have killed him if I could parry at least once in my life. I don't think I've parried a single game this, or a single time this game. But it wouldn't have mattered. He does have rejuve, so wouldn't have done anything besides burn the rejuve. Alright, few mistakes, 4 deaths, not so bad. We are winning. Not anymore. We are equal. Lots of farm on the map. Earn is up about equal on the number of players that aren't dead. They go for Earn here. I do remember calling to defend. It is equal, and I've hit my timing. I also have Nova, and we'll see actually the difference that Nova makes. I did like the feeling of it this game more than others, and I did play a little differently with it than I usually do. So we'll touch on that when it happens. Setting up for Earn. Spacing out the turrets as much as we can. I'm gonna wall them off so they can't insta-lock the Earn here. Gives us a little more time to set up. Put my turrets down in the heal if we can. And this Paradox is way out of position. See, they have backed up already.
Away from me.
And the Paradox in. So they bring the Earn back. Here we called to... The first call was push. I think here I called to go for jungle. Steal their farm. So that's what we end up doing. Left lane is pushing in. Map state is okay so far. They drop Earn. They can't really push it in. We're here to help out the build and mess up the movement a little bit there. But we get both of their heals off, and it brings up the kill them quite a bit. Let's see. Saves him from dying. He does have rejuve though, so maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Next plan here, 30 seconds till buffs and Earn. So I'm in position to fight over buff, so that's what we'll do. Grab some bucks on the way. Bit of a lull. Mid is pushing in. Arguably, Mirage should stay. Like Yamato asks for it at the last second, and I don't hear in time. Last fight went well, and we did get a pick just now, so Earn is a fine play since we're up on players. A little worried that the Abrams is going to find me here while I transit, so I'm going to take a little conservative approach, playing pretty safe into our jungle. There is a Yamato behind me if I need her. I'm also pretty hard to kill with all my healing, but Abrams is on the map, Mo's on the map. Those are the two, like, big pick. Maybe, yeah, Bebop is also pretty scary here, but there he is on the right side. Free deposit. Maybe Abrams was looking to ult in, but... Oh, game throw. It's I see how it is. That's a 41k Abrams, by the way. Very strong here.
Need some healing?
Get the heal down. Get the buffs running. So this is kind of what I meant with healing Nova. I'm gonna stick by this Mirage and just give him tempo. here to fight this Vindicta. Bit of a split team fight though. Okay, we have another tempo down with heal. Looking for a place to put that, maybe on the 7 or the Mirage. We also need to catch this mid lane, so gonna stick around, but it looks like we're winning the fight, so we're gonna go clear lane. Get that lane pushing in. Yeah, sometimes I have a weird keybind that interrupts my game. I gotta fix that. Right side is pushing in, looks like. The lane's about to double. So, pretty important to grab. I think I do see it. We use boost. That lane very likely would take the base guardians if left alone, or at least do a lot of damage. And all they need to do is come in and whack it while you're busy. So let's not give them the flex slot. Let's take care of this. Good lane hygiene, please. I think the call was mid. We were a little slow to do it. Abrams shows up and does Abrams things to the Yamato. We are sitting on 8.3k. Too much. We gotta buy. I think just more tanky items here. We like our damage. Witchmail is a staple for this build because we like our CDs. Also makes us very hard to kill. I think the builds are sort of gun focused, but you can see 4 big purple bars out of 6. Here's another example of a weird Guinness fight. We're gonna heal up the Mirage. I wish you could see the healing indicator for teammates here. You see the damage indicator, but you don't see the healing, oddly enough. Maybe a good wall. It's kind of hard to see. There's like a lot of people in there. It's not a good idea to run in there alone, but we get some bolt damage. I get tethered. I'm looking to heal that Mirage. Get him with the Nova, get him with the heal. You can see his health shooting up there. Already back to that. Get some wall damage on. Furnace after us. You'll see that Witchmail putting in work here. Reactive saves us, Witchmail saves us. And we get the heal off just in time. He dies for it. I think now the mid call. I almost went back to base, that would have been a mistake. I have a really good heal, so there's no reason to go back to base. Get some turrets down to push that wave, and we're gonna go help. We are officially up. Off some good fights there. I think every single fight this game though was fighting like in a random area, so actually not ideal for McGinnis. But we made it work sometimes. I think the first couple times it didn't work so well. With healing Nova, it lets us be a little more portable, so we can like instantly get some tempo on some people. Like you have your heal to get some tempo, and you have your Nova to get some tempo. So you have like a couple of abilities that will proc it instead of just relying on the stationary heal.
Let's push blue.
I think here we call to get buffs and force an earn fight. If they are silly enough to take us up on the offer, they will lose. We are 39k. 239 versus 204. I'm pretty dang tanky. 3.5k with the rejuve buff. Gives me even more health, and we are at 48 and 15 resistances, so I don't mind carrying this urn. A lot of the time I'd want to be the one setting up on deposits, but usually you want it on somebody tanky, and there's not a lot of options here. I think our only other tanky hero is Yamato. No, Yamato only has 2.6. I think I am. Kelvin's also pretty. Kelvin's the tankiest in the team. But yeah, they do end up trying to fight us on Earn. Not even like a good fight, it's like a half fight for them. I think undecided, which really bites them in the ass here. They're 3 down. They're dying 1 by 1. Classic mobile mistake. Go in and die 1 by 1. I punched it a couple times until I remember I have healing tempo. Put that down. 3.7k on the health bar. And yeah, the game's over. We have tempo. We throw it down and the Hadron melts in like half a second. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right. Looking pretty good on the stats. That was a fun game for sure. Looking good on the stats. We got plenty of healing, plenty of damage. Lowest damage on the team, but overall high damage numbers for everybody. Like, see, this beep up only did 15k. Mo only did 9k. That's probably the difference between our team and theirs. That's a lot of damage coming out. Not, I think, the items that I would choose, but hey, damage numbers don't lie. 28 assists on that couple. Good damage. Turret's putting in some work. Damage breakdown. We got 35k on the troopers. 42. That was a farming 7. Look at that. 71k on the neutral enemies. Good trooper damage. It's a little low on the haze, but overall, a little low on the Yamato. Overall, pretty good damage from everybody. And as for them, good on the Bebop. Kind of low on the Vindicta. Everybody else, though, low on the Yamato or Vindicta, and wait, no, that was good on the pretty good trooper damage. Except the Paradox. Paradox was kind of slacking here, only 16k with a wave clearing ability. Come on, Paradox. Yeah, so I think we made a few mistakes in the beginning there. During landing phase, we were out of position a few times, a little aggressive, but we learned from our lesson and conceded the tower without dying for it, which is good. Our itemization was fairly decent this game, I think. Maybe the fully upgrading of the heal instead of the turrets hurt us a little bit because we couldn't quite play as aggressive as we needed to when we were in the side lanes. So maybe we can, I don't know how useful max heal is over max turrets. So we'll have to test a little more of each. Maybe if I max heal, I should be fighting more, healing up my team. I don't know. Coming out of mid game, there were a lot of fights kind of in random spots, and there's not much I can do. This is a pub after all. People are gonna fight where they feel like fighting. So maybe if I see that happening, we can go like an earlier healing Nova. Instead of, I think we got a few other items before we did that. But that healing Nova really helped. It was like night and day. When I think it was like that mid fight, where I was just kind of like standing around in pit the whole time while people like ran outside and up and inward, and I couldn't really get any damage off of my turrets, and they didn't really have any CDs to go help people fight. So I just kind of stood there doing nothing. Now, if I have healing Nova, it's much easier for me to stay alive for one, and like keep my friends alive, and also apply healing tempo, again to my team. So I think healing Nova actually opens up my play style a bit, and maybe we could look for other items that do that as well. Because right now this current build is pretty stationary, which works well if you play on objectives, but has the downside of being weak on dynamic fights where it moves a lot. We did get carried a bit by the team though. Everybody on this team was pretty good. Good communication, good macro by everybody. So good game all around. I guess the main takeaway is better positioning in lane and small itemization choices. Yeah, I think that's it for this one. See you in the next one.